This week on MCrider, I want to talk about cornering a motorcycle. We'll get out on the road and a parking lot, and we'll look at some examples of what we'll talk about here today. You know, motorcycle turns by leaning, and we initiate the lean of the motorcycle with a technique called counter steering. You know, the physics behind counter steering is a long conversation, but the technique for it's not. It's simply push on the left hand grip, motorcycle's going to lean to the left and turn to the left. If you push on the right hand grip, the motorcycle's going to lean to the right and turn right. The faster you push, so if you make a quick push on that hand grip, motorcycle's going to lean quicker. The longer you continue to push, the further the motorcycle will continue to lean in that direction. So what throws a lot of new riders off is if you tell them when they're in motion to push on that right hand grip, they imagine that front tire of the motorcycle turning to the left and the motorcycle going to the left. But what happens in reality is they're in motion, they push on that right hand grip, that front tire does initially turn a little bit to the left, but the motorcycle will lean to the right. It gets thrown temporarily out of balance and will lean to the right. The motorcycle will turn to the right, and the handlebars and the front tire all on their own will turn into that path of travel. Same thing for the opposite direction. You push on the left hand grip, that front tire turns slightly to the right, then the motorcycle is going to lean to the left. The tire and the handlebars are follow a path, and the motorcycle will begin to turn to the left. You need to turn sharper, continue pushing or adding pressure to that left hand grip. Motorcycle is going to continue leaning in that direction. It's going to turn sharper as the rider continues on that path of travel. So it's probably easier if we see it in motion. So let's get on the Indian Challenger. We'll head out to a parking lot, and then we'll get out on the road, and we'll experience some of this in real time. So here we are on a cool, kind of windy day here in North Fort Worth, one of my favorite places to practice. I got a camera on the ground there to the left. We're going to make some runs at that camera, and all I'm going to do is push on that right or the left hand grip to get the motorcycle to lean right and go around the camera. So we're going to get up to about 20 miles per hour here in second gear. I'm approaching the camera, and I'm going to push on that right hand grip. Motorcycle leans right, goes to the right, goes around the camera. So we'll swing back around, we'll make another pass at it. This time I'll get up my speed up a little bit higher as we're approaching the camera, so you can see the effects of counter steering at higher speeds as well. So here we are again, about 20 miles per hour. You can see me approaching the camera. I'm going to push right. Motorcycle leans right and goes to the right. All right, so let's make one more run at it. This time we'll go to the left, and then we'll get out in front of the motorcycle, and we'll see it from the camera position. You can get a better idea of what that front wheel does when I'm pushing left or right on the motorcycle hand grips. All right, so let's look at this from the front side, and we'll see what the motorcycle's actually doing when I push left or right. So this is the view from the camera that we've been swerving around. As I approach the camera, look for the small light on the front fender of the Indian Challenger. You'll see it initially move to the right, and then the motorcycle's going to lean to the left and go to the left. But watch for that light, and then in a minute we'll slow it down and we'll zoom in so you can see it better. So here I am approaching the camera. I'm going to push on the left hand grip. Motorcycle leans left and goes left. Now let's zoom in and we'll get a better look at it, and maybe you can see what's happening. So we're zoomed in quite a bit here. Right here is the light on the front fender of the Challenger I want you to watch. So watch for the subtle movement of that light to the right, and then the motorcycle immediately begins to lean to the left. That's counter steering in action. So the same technique applies out on the street. You're approaching a left-hand turn. I'm simply going to push on that left-hand grip. Motorcycle begins to lean to the left. If I need to tighten my turn up a little bit, I can push a little bit harder on that left-hand grip. Motorcycle leans a little further, gets me through the turn. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure on the hand grips to get the motorcycle to turn. In fact, you can do it with one hand. I'm pushing on that right hand grip. I'm going to remove my left hand from the grip altogether so I can push on that right hand grip. Motorcycle continues going around through the right. As I approach this curve up here, one hand, not showing off, I'm just showing it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure. I'm pressing on that right hand grip. Motorcycle's leaning to the right. It's going to the right. Coming up on a left-hand turn right after this little hill, and then I'm going to simply pull on that right-hand grip, right? Same thing. Pushing goes to the right, pulling on that right-hand grip, the same thing as pushing on the left. It's going to make the motorcycle lean to the left and go to the left. You can see it doesn't take much pressure at all. Here I'm just using my thumbs, pressing on the handlebar left and right to get the motorcycle to lean left or right within my lane. Doesn't take much pressure at all, just the proper technique. So one of the easiest ways to get a feel for this, for new riders especially, is out on the parking lot. Once you're comfortable at riding at speeds in second gear up to 20 or 25 miles per hour, because that's where the speed where you really start to feel the effects of counter steering. Just get up to speed on the parking lot, push on that right hand grip, then push on the left hand grip. If you're smoothly pushing left and right, the motorcycle's going to follow suit, and it's just going to weave smoothly left and right on the parking lot. Eventually, you can continue to push on that left hand grip. The motorcycle will lean to the left and turn to the left. If you add to that looking in the direction you want the motorcycle to go, you've got the foundational skills that you need for counter steering and turning a motorcycle. If you found this video helpful, become a member of MCrider, and I've got a bunch of tips and exercises just like this one, and more advanced skills that you can practice on your own on any open parking lot. It's a great way to freshen up your skills or develop some new skills, especially with the new riding season coming up. You'll find full details on how to become a member at mcrider.com/member. Till next week, guys, this is Kevin with MCrider, and I'll see you on the road. There's a whole lot more to MCrider than just the weekly videos. Go to mcrider.com/member. Get access to all the resources that make MCrider one of the best places on the web for people who love motorcycles and want to get better at riding them.